is Notsam Wrestling.
Introducing your host from New York, here is Sam Roberts.
It's the 2K19 event here at the Performance Center, and the IIconics are with me. IIconics, what's the haps?
Sam, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? How are we?
We're great. We're so good. I don't know if you just saw, but just saw our entrance on 2K19.
How did you feel about it? Did they capture it?
It was 100%.
100%.
100%. Not 99.9, 100%. 100. To a T, as we say.
You would say if it was like 80, 90%, almost, not quite, 100%.
100%.
You guys got to be thrilled with that.
We are over the moon. It was so surreal. So surreal. They got every mannerism, every color of our hair, our gear, everything, every movement.
Now, have you looked at the solo entrances or just the tandem entrance?
No, we just saw the tandem. Word of the day.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
These big words.
Yeah, well, I took the SATs.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tandem. Yeah, no, we only saw the tandem.
Right.
Entrance.
Right. Are you at all concerned that the singles entrances are not going to live up to it? Or do you think that people should not play as singles, only as we said earlier, a tandem?
How do you feel about that? Well, I feel like our individual entrances will be just as good as our tandem entrance because 2K19 is a great game.
Right.
Let's just put that out there.
Smart.
Then in your other question, part 2, if I may, if you want to play individually as Peyton Royce or Billy Kay, there's only one way to do it. You have to have the other one out there, accompany to the ring.
Right.
You have to have 2. It's not one, you get one, you might get the other. No. It's both.
Right. Or none.
Or none.
Right.
Both.
Or none. Right. None.
None.
Right.
Oh.
Is that good? I thought I did okay.
I don't know what that was.
I was never mind.
Not Australian.
No? Listen, do you ever feel like doing everything together could stunt your growth as individuals?
No. No, what?
Just because then you don't really give yourselves the opportunity to find yourselves because you're always kind of bouncing off the other one.
We had that opportunity in NXT to find ourselves, and I just did not feel like a complete Peyton Royce without my Billy Kay.
And vice versa.
So this is how it should be.
This is how it should be, and this is how I always want it to be.
Well, I hope it always is this way. When you go out there, when you talk about your entrances on SmackDown, most of which are like, the beginning of an entrance, but you kind of talk your way down the aisle.
Kind of, yeah.
Basically, yes. Basically, you talk your way down the aisle. Have there been any of because I think you usually pull them off extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
But it's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Especially because I feel like there's a lot of people in the audience that are waiting to be like, I hope this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you have you had instances when it doesn't work, when you can feel it not working? What do you do to get it back on track?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
You are legit. I don't think I've ever felt it not work, to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. Every time we go out there,
to be honest with you, we get the reaction that we're after.
Exactly.
Right, so if it's booze coming your way, it's like, yep.
Love it.
Right.
More.
Right.
More,
I will say that 100% of the time, I never see you guys get shaken out there. Like, it's never been this moment of like you're like, no, I know what we're doing. Right. And regardless of what all this is, we're pushing forward.
That's the thing,
Right.
And oftentimes the crowd are very vocal about how much dislike they have towards us.
Right.
But I feel like, no. The IIconics have a message.
Yeah.
And you're going to hear it.
Right.
Whether you want to or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't care.
It doesn't matter if you want to hear it. The point is you have to hear it.
Exactly.
Because it's for their own good, isn't it?
It is.
The thing is, we're just helping
Right.
you grow as human beings by listening to what we have to say.
Right.
That's all.
You're becoming a better person by listening to the IIconics.
Right.
You guys figured it out by finding each other.
Right.
And realizing you got 3/4 of the way, you got 3/4 of the way, now you're about 100% of the way.
Yes.
And you've taken those lessons and you're pushing it forward.
Yeah.
You're giving it to the people that are out there.
We're doing a good thing here.
I think so.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest difference in your lives since moving over to the main roster?
Well, there's a lot more travel.
Yeah.
A lot more travel.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, there was a lot of travel in NXT too, but in NXT you get to sleep in your own bed each night, most nights. Being on the main roster, you don't get that.
You don't get that, no.
But I don't know, this is the same for Billy, but we travel together, so I have home with me.
Because she's your home.
Exactly.
And she's your home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we travel a lot, but it's easy. The biggest thing for me was live TV
Oh my god.
Right.
Yes.
in NXT.
Oh, that's so true.
Everything's taped, and we had never done a live
talking segment.
promo, talking, stepping into the
Yeah.
ring with microphones.
Yeah.
First time ever was our debut.
I've never been so scared in my whole entire life.
Our debut, we were
And it's not even like you're in like Full Sail or something. It's like a live TV and it's also an arena.
Huge
exactly.
audience.
And
Right.
It just happens to be the first SmackDown Live after WrestleMania.
And have they been watching NXT? I don't know. Let's find out when you get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
very nerve-wracking because we hadn't been on TV for
4 months or so.
4 months or so
with NXT.
before we debuted.
Yeah.
So we're just hoping we come out and get some sort of reaction, and thank goodness it worked out. We had
Yeah.
a ball
It
that
was
day.
the best day of our lives.
So
When do you realize like we got this? Is it as the music hits and people are like, "Oh my God, they're here," and you go, "Okay, we're good."
I think so.
That was it, yeah.
I was so nervous before going out there on our debut. But the thing is, as soon as I hear the music and step through the curtain, I just let everything go, and whatever happens, happens.
yeah,
You know?
And I feel like every time we do go out, it seems to be like we always time it so good. It's probably about 15 or 20 seconds before our music hits. We always look at each other and say, "I love you," and give each other a hug.
That is so nice.
And then our music hits. So it's kind of like we're nervous, but as soon as that happens,
But we've got each
we're just
other.
like, okay.
Right. Even if this whole place turns on us, we have home. You have home. So you never want to get to the place where we're like, okay, we're gonna split up the act. We're gonna do, we're gonna give you guys a rivalry, and then you're gonna go your separate way.
No.
Nope.
Perish the thought.
Nope.
No.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Not happening.
We
No.
refuse.
No.
Were you
We want to keep being together.
when you weren't on TV in NXT for like 4 months?
Yeah.
Is that like a kind of like a terrifying thing? Is that an annoying thing? Like, how does that feel? Because
It was scary.
It was scary.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it took us quite a while to get to that point, and then we were like, oh, please don't forget us.
Yeah.
Right.
Please remember us. But
Yeah.
it was good. We had the campaign to keep
Yeah.
us kind of busy, so we had fun with that.
For the NXT
Um,
year-end awards.
Didn't win, but no big deal. Thanks, Oscar. I just win everything. No worries.
Vintage Oscar.
But we had fun with that, and we just tried to stay, I guess, relevant, or we just
Yeah.
wanted to just stay seen, in a sense.
right, just keep some kind of eyes on you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And when you get to the main roster, I mean, they put a T-shirt out for you guys, like
Well, yeah.
super cool. Oh, you guys wearing that? Oh, is that the? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Sure.
So once that happens, you're like, okay, we're good, right?
I feel like you never.
We
I feel like you never
wanna-
feel
no.
like, oh, we're good.
No.
Like we got this now. You know. I feel
Yeah.
like there's always another boundary that we want to
Exactly.
push, or another first ever that we would love to be a part of. So it's there's always more to do.
Yeah, we never want to be complacent. No.
Okay, what are we looking forward to more when we talk about first ever and opportunities for you guys? A stadium show in Australia or an all-women's pay-per-view? Because it's the same month.
That's what I was just
It's
gonna
like-
say.
It's
It's
like
within
3
weeks of
weeks
each other.
away.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I mean, they're so different.
They are.
You know, the Super Showdown, 100,000 people, Melbourne.
100,000 of your people.
Of our people, of our
And-
folks.
I mean, theoretically, I hope so.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you get out there and you find out they're not your people, you're like, what have we been doing all this time?
Well, it's just
Yeah.
that it is such a big show. I feel like people are going to fly in from all over.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a big show.
But there'll be a lot of local people.
Yeah.
There's very few people that talk like you guys on television.
Yes.
So they'll be like, I like them because they talk like me.
Yeah.
I understand what they're saying.
I get that. Yeah.
Language.
Yes.
Right.
But I feel like that show is going to be a different emotion for us.
Yeah.
Being back home, we're going to feel very proud.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a different feeling. Whereas Evolution, first ever women's
Oh,
pay-per-view,
pay-per-view.
I feel like that's going to be such a milestone in our careers too. So they're just going to be different emotions.
I think as well, Evolution feels like such a group effort.
Right.
So and to
50
get to be a
women,
part of everyone who's involved in the whole show, that's super
Really
special too.
special.
So I feel like they just have different vibes.
Yeah.
Both so special and
Yeah.
amazing.
October's going to be great.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Right.
Yeah, November we'll see, but October is going to be incredible. Is it difficult for you? Because I feel like the Iconics can't really show that emotion of like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, because you've got to be iconic all the time. Like, is it difficult for you to hold that back? And like, you know, when you get backstage, or like right before you go out, that's when the I love you happens. When you get back, that's when they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole time you're out in front of people, it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah, but also when we get out there, we're just being us.
So even though it might not seem like we might be Billy and Peyton, we're still feeling those emotions on
Yeah.
the inside.
Right.
Does that make sense? But
We're like, once we get to the back, like, we're going to be
freaking out, bugging out,
Yeah.
probably crying our eyes out. I don't
I know.
care.
Right.
But I feel like, I mean, I don't know.
Just mascara and glitter running everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right.
Ripping off our face.
Right.
But it's going to be such a emotional feeling walking out. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see.
You guys have never gotten to a place where you're like, you know what? I need a Billy break. I need a Peyton break. Like, I just can't right now.
On our off day, we spend together.
Is
We
it?
don't get many of them.
No. You just like, but you just finish each other's sentences, but not in character. Like, you just actually didn't. And we don't get many of them. That's just real life now. I feel like I feel like everybody in your lives, personal lives, must be very intimidated by this relationship, because it's like there's no replace. This is like best friends in third grade, like in adult life, and it's
So accurate.
yeah.
People don't realize how real it is. Like our mums,
Oh my gosh, our mums are like the same people.
same person.
It's so
They-
weird.
Her mum messages me all the time.
Yeah.
I chats with her on Facebook and everything. Love her.
Right.
Our families are entwined as well. My dad messages her all the time. She's like, "Oh, your dad texted me last night." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like,
Yeah, that's yeah.
like they're so proud of both of us, because I feel like they see how much. I'm just gonna say it. How much in love we are,
You should say that.
because we are.
Love is a lot of different things, but it's
Exactly.
love.
Right.
100%. Yeah. Our families see that.
Yeah.
And they know how much we mean to each other, and they know how much our careers and what being here means to us. So they really are they're on board, just supportive. Yeah.
Plus, isn't it nice to see women like just being friends with each other and just being in love with each other, and not being weird and catty and like
That's the thing.
You know, you don't.
build each other up.
Right.
2018.
Right.
We gotta go to
Although-
places. We have to go together.
You tend to just build each other up,
Right.
and then kind of tear everybody down around you. No, no, because you're still building.
Right.
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 Right. We get to the positive place.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Iconics. Congratulations on being such a big part of 2K19. Have you looked at your entrance with the big head mode?
No.
Do you know about the big head
I
mode?
saw some people playing that.
Wait, I thought you were joking.
No, I know you're about to get like. Seriously, that's what we're ending on. Like, you can be rude to end the. No, like the head is like.
Vouch for him.
Thank you.
The truth. He's telling the truth.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to check that
All
out.
right.
Yeah, no, it's like the head is like half the size of the whole body. It's like massive.
Yeah, I want to see
A
that.
bobblehead.
Right.
I haven't seen it yet.
Plus, I mean, like, if I was being, I don't have any ground to say that anybody has a big head in real life. Look who you're talking
you
to.
see my forehead?
You see my forehead? Thank you, Iconics.
Building you up.
You are, and I appreciate that.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you.